I'm in the mood to talk Rambo, so I thought it would be a good idea if I gave my own pitch for what we should do for another Rambo movie. And to be fair, I like all the Rambo movies, so this is not going to be very long. Well, I mean, it could be long, but I'm just going to say this. I'm going to talk about some. I have two ideas in mind for what we could do for a Rambo sequel. I'm going to talk about one in chronological order of one because the first one is a prequel. There are two options you could do for a prequel. A, you could recast Rambo with someone who looks just like John Rambo and like Stallone, because let's be honest, Stallone's like 77 years old now. He's nearly 80 years old, and realistically, he cannot keep playing this action hero because even with his that stuff that he uses to make himself get super jacked, even he probably cannot do that anymore. He's gonna kill himself if he keeps doing this stuff. So we can't actually have him. We cannot keep having him return as the main action hero. Or you could DH him. You could have Stallone DH'd in, but that would be quite expensive because we all know de-aging, like you've seen in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, when they DH Harrison, it is expensive. There's a reason he was only DH for a small portion. It was a lot of money. So that's my idea for the prequel. You could explore how in the you could explore his traumatizing life in it. Like you could show how he was drafted and how he was and how he had dreams to be a Vietnam and he was drafted into Vietnam, and showing how traumatized he was, showing friends of his dying. And you can make it like a very long movie, like maybe a 3 hour long one called Rambo Before Blood, because it would be before he drew blood. Rambo Before Drawn Blood. No, that would be a stupid title. Rambo Before Blood or something. That would be a fantastic idea, which I think I would really love. I would see that in the theater because I would love that. You could even have and if you wanted, you could even do something like you could even start off the film by showing like a grizzled Rambo who is much older now using Stallone, and you could have him like remembering his time in Vietnam, and at the end, like maybe show him finally coming at peace and possibly dying finally because he's a very troubled person. Don't give me this, he already died in Last Blood, he's not dead. There's an extra scene that you can see in the extended cut that, well, actually, no, it's in the theatrical too, but that there's a scene where he gets on a horse in the credits, and you see him flying, and you see him actually just getting off on that horse and just going away. So we know Rambo is still alive. Another idea is you could show what happened after Last Blood, the events of Last Blood, and what it had to turn on him, and how there are now people how the cartel that he killed they have friends, and now they're all out to get Rambo, and he is, instead of going face forward at them because he's Rambo, he's now so old that he's like running away, and he's finding someone else. You could also give him like this like dynamic partner, someone to play off, and so he can like have just this really good dynamic. That would be a really good idea if we actually got to see it. I would call like Rambo New Blood or Rambo Final Blood. I don't know if it would be a good idea to call Final Blood because we already have Last Blood, and Last Blood and Final Blood are pretty much the exact same title, only just different words. And that would be my idea for both Rambo movies. They are extremely good ideas. That, I mean, let's be honest, that would be a fantastic job. I would pay to see either one of those movies. And I if I had to pick one, I would probably be more prone to the prequel, because I think a prequel to First Blood would be a fantastic job. We all know it's not going to be as good as First Blood, but keep in mind, no, very few movies are. First Blood's the top 3 movie. We all know it. And so that'll be extremely difficult to try and find some way to actually capture the magic that some of the Rambo movies have been missing. And I would say that you want to show, you want to go the John Rambo route, in which you want to show exactly how brutal the war can be, because it's the Vietnam War. And yeah, so that would be my idea, and you could get like a director who maybe like served in Vietnam or was like did or was attached to that or something. That's my suggestion for it. And that those are just like my suggestions. Hopefully, someone who's always wanted to do a Rambo film will watch this. I doubt it, but Rambo is extremely popular on my channel, so hopefully this one will blow up like most of my Rambo videos do. And those are my ideas for Rambo, because let's just say the critics have not been enjoying his films. The only film that they enjoyed is the original. All the others they completely dunked on, especially Last Blood, which was their now personal punching bag. And it's just it's a really good idea for a Rambo movie. Let me know what you think a Rambo movie should do next. And it doesn't even have to be about like a Rambo movie. You can easily do a something that features Rambo, like how Last Blood was not really a Rambo movie. It was kind of just like this hard R version of Taken. I consider it a Rambo movie. I consider it canon inside the franchise. That's just my personal opinion. I know people don't like that film. You're wrong. You need to look at it from a different perspective. It is a fantastic film that deserves a lot more love than it gets. It needs to be respected in the community and be accepted for what it was. And just thank you all so much for watching this. Let me know what you think a Rambo film should be in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one.